Stopped at a friend's house today, and he was kind enough to bring out a 74. Can you explain what we're drinking, Jeff? This is Jeffrey, and Jeffrey has been collecting wine as long as I have. Almost.
This is 1974 Haraszthy Cellars, Buena Vista, Sonoma. Cabernet Sauvignon that I probably bought in a Safeway once upon a time when we lived out in California. We actually had, they were renting storage space here, and we had our collection in their basement before we moved back to New York in '79. And the back says nothing special, just stuff about the local neighborhood and all that kind of stuff. So I guess we're going to get to it. It's a regular 74, cask 101. I did open in the mid-90s a bottle of something from their vineyard called Montes. And it was really great bottle. We had a representative. I was taking a wine course in Manhattan, and we had somebody from Buena Vista there who was the winemaker or assistant winemaker, and she was in shock that somebody had one of these bottles. It was even more shock when it tasted good, and this was the mid-90s, and she said it was a blend of 5 different wines that they had laying around. It wasn't exactly Cane 5, but and at the time, she gave me her name and phone number that I have someplace. If you ever get out here again, please come by and visit, blah, blah, blah. We'll remember you. And I let her take the bottle home to prove that she had it. And she called up the winery in front of us and read a bottle code off the bottom of the bottle. And apparently it was probably a 68 or 69 bottle, is what I kind of remember.
Okay, let's open it up and give it a try.
So here we go.
No smell. Ooh. I'm gonna take a look at that. Interesting. Okay. Like it's leaked today?
Doesn't smell like it's leaked.
No smell at all.
Cork feels hard on the outside. Feel the cork.
Let's see a little spring to it. Solid.
It's been in a very cellar.
Yeah, it's probably all outside mold. So you're gonna use the big one.
What do you want to do?
No, you're doing it. Go ahead. I still use the old-fashioned myself, especially with old ones.
It went through very soft. It's coming out in one piece.
Wow.
Came out in one piece.
Fantastic.
You can have first smell.
Thank you. Whoa. It's stained all the ways up, Rich. No. It's got decent smell. Very, very, very mellow smell.
There's a little bit of that nutty smell that starts to indicate.
Yeah, it's going to turn.
It's going to turn quickly.
Yeah. It has that, like, right on the edge. Okay,
no oily sheen on the top of the wine. Oh, it's got a little bit of legs. Not many. Doesn't smell bad.
No, it's got a good smell for sure.
I'm smelling fruit. Not a nutty smell. Seem to have legs.
No, it smells good. Still has to open up, but it's there.
Oh, it's there. This is a Cabernet.
Sounds good. No, that's delicious.
That's a good one.
That is a good one, for sure.
Only $6.69 once upon a time in Safeway. What's it worth today?
Yeah. Buena Vista.
Haraszthy was the guy the boys in California in the 1860s sent out to Europe to get all the vines and bring them back. This is his original vineyard.
His original vineyard, wow.
He was the guy that lost the tag on Zinfandel, and that's why they came up with the name Zinfandel. But Leon Adams, in his book Wines of America from the late 70s, says it's an Italian, Southern Italian grape. He has a whole story in there about that. That's delicious.
It is delicious. Yeah.
It is better than the last one. And I got a witness.
No, for sure. This one's still got, you know, it hasn't gone over the hill at all. 74, a good year in California.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, that was number 2.
Number 2 for California. That's what I
1970 was probably number 1.
You know,
at least in those scoring years.
Yeah, you know, one of the things that cracks me up is like you hear all these people, is it this vintage and this vintage, and they're looking at a California wine and using French vintages, you know? It's like they were totally different vintages in California that were great, you know? For sure. This is definitely got, whoa.
This is what a Cabernet is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We have a book. No, this wouldn't be in it. This is too new.
Oh, this one's too new. 74 is too new.
To be in the
for your book. Did
you see that book? We had that hardcover white book from Napa Valley.
Right,
from the beginning. From the beginning, from the early 60s through 71 or 2. I don't think it had 74s in it, but before you leave, Linda will know where the book is. We'll take a look.
If I'm gonna, it'll all deal with, you know, California wines. This is one of the people that I check with, who definitely has a background knowledge of California wines. I'm just French.
Yeah, well,
that's as good as anything. That is perfect.
This is what they said Cabernets would do when you give them 30-something years. They just get... They either die or they're like this. They're great.
They're great. They're fantastic. No,
this isn't the big-time cellar. You know, they were, relatively speaking, some of the little guys. And this is Sonoma. This is not even Napa. And this was... Yeah, if I remember right, it was just outside of Sonoma someplace. Whoops. Well, and the label's coming off very easily, but it's still on.
No, I used to get into, you know, investing in the reasonably priced ones because, as you say, you can hit a year like this in a good year, right? And it just makes it through and it's perfect. This is as good as anything that you would have spent some real money with, you know? It is. And, you know, and then you get some like I just opened one, like the 52, and it wasn't, you know, it just didn't make it in that, you know, range. But it's a gamble. I've had some that were like, you know,
well,
incredible.
This is 74, so 64, 50, another 20 years earlier, you know, another 20 years on this bottle may or may not last.
That's true, too.
But this one did a great job. I'm impressed. I got a witness.
She got it on tape. We actually got it on tape for you. So
you can put this one next to the Barbera one.
Right. This is up there. This is one of the better ones.